from KMOV, this is News 4 at 6.
Tonight, police are searching for two people who opened fire outside a Metro East apartment complex. Good evening to you. I'm Laura Hettiger. We know one man was injured, and this comes just a week after another shooting at the same apartment. And tonight, News 4's Alexis Zotos is learning from police that these could be related. She joins us live with the Bommarito Street Fleet. And Alexis, what are police saying tonight?
Well, you know, Laura, residents here for now. We're live in Belleville. Alexis Sotos, News 4.
Thank you, Alexis. And right now, city police are investigating a shooting in downtown St. Louis, one that happened just a block from police headquarters. It happened just before 2:30 this morning in the 1900 block of Locust. Police tell us two suspects shot at two victims as they were leaving a club. We know a 61-year-old man was hit in the side. He was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. The second victim was hit in the knee and is currently in stable condition. The suspects got away in a red Chevy Impala. Another shooter is on the run in St. Louis, and this time police say they know who the suspect is. They just have to find him. According to investigators, the suspect opened fire on a man in the 5600 block of Martin Luther King last night. The victim was hit in the stomach, groin, leg, and arm. He is currently listed in stable condition. News 4 is tracking crime out of St. Charles. That's as police search for the man who robbed a bank. Here's some surveillance pictures of that suspect. This all happened around 11:30 yesterday morning at the U.S. Bank in the 4100 block of Mexico Road. The suspect gave the teller a note saying he had a weapon. According to police, he took cash and then took off. Employees say he is in his 30s and he's pretty tall, somewhere between 6'3" and 6'5". They also say he had a small Band-Aid on his face. City police are releasing surveillance pictures in hopes of finding those responsible for carjacking a woman at a gas station. These were taken last Saturday at the Mobile on North Kings Highway in Delmar. Three suspects robbed the woman at gunpoint, then drove off in her car. A fourth person followed in a Chevy Malibu. If you can help identify any of them, you are asked to call Crime Stoppers. Right now, a North St. Louis man is recovering after being shot inside his own home. We've made a map to show you where this happened. It is near Riverview and West Florissant. The victim told police two men kicked in the door of his home and demanded money. He says he gave up his wallet, then a man shot him in the stomach. So far, no arrests have been made. A Fairview Heights restaurant will be closed for weeks following a fire. Fire crews were called to Lottawata Creek Southern Grill around 7 o'clock this morning. That is near the intersection of Illinois 159 and Interstate 64. Firefighters say the fire was contained to the kitchen and there was no damage to other parts of the restaurant. The total cost of the damage, though, $50,000 to $100,000. The owner says they'll likely stay closed for at least 2 weeks. Turning to the weather now, that's really been the big story all week. But today, Kristen, we finally saw the sun again.
We saw the sun and the whole day was dry.
It was, and gorgeous.
Beautiful day. Finally a chance to start drying out a little bit. Take a look at Sky Tracker Doppler radar tonight.
Thank you, Kristen. And News 4 is still tracking the damage caused by this week's heavy rains. Those who live on McCausland spent the day cleaning up flood water in their basements. Today, Metropolitan Sewer District sent crews there to help out. News 4's Mugo Digwe explains.
Lots of crews out here.
If you plan to walk or run the trails at Creve Coeur Park on this sunny day, you're out of luck. New images show water covering the park's trails, and if you can, go ahead and take a look. Part of the park is closed because of high waters. You can see an entire pavilion filled with water. It's unclear when that water will start to recede. To the Metro East now, where we continue to follow widespread flooding. Yesterday, people had to be rescued from their flooded neighborhoods in Centerville. Emergency crews went door to door to make sure everyone was safe. We also learned the Red Cross is now assisting those displaced by high waters. Emergency crews say this is the worst flooding they've seen in nearly half a decade. And part of a highway in Lincoln County is back open after floods forced it to close. MoDOT tells News 4 all lanes of US 61 at the Quiver River Bridge are open. That's 1 mile north of Troy, Missouri. It was closed yesterday because of high waters at the bridge. Today, crews say the water went down faster than they expected. Inspectors say no damage was done that could create a safety hazard. But that is not the case for many roads in Illinois. IDOT officials added more highway closures to the list. Illinois 100 through Grafton between Route 3 and Ski Lift Road is closed right now. So is Marine St. Jacob Road in Madison County. And remember, we've made it very easy for you to keep track of those closures and stay up to date on all weather news in our area. All you have to do is search KMOV on your phone's app store and download our free weather app. It will give you up-to-the-minute forecast and alerts for wherever you are. And one Metrolink station is back open tonight after construction wrapped up a little early. The Forest Park DeVoliver station was closed for work on the Loop Trolley construction project. Trains were blocked there, forcing Metrolink to shuttle passengers by bus. Now the Red Line and Blue Line are operating on their normal routes. Passengers will still need to plan ahead, though, for 30-minute delays. And tonight, if you drive in North St. Louis County, we have a road closure to warn you about. MoDOT plans to shut down both directions of Interstate 270 overnight between North Florissant and Washington Elizabeth. That will start at 11 o'clock. Crews will be removing an overhead pedestrian bridge just east of North Florissant. All lanes will reopen by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And this afternoon, hundreds attended a festival in East St. Louis to learn more about standing up for their children. The event was put on by the Deaconess Foundation and the Jackie Joyner Kersey Foundation. The second annual celebration is aimed at highlighting the need to make children a civic priority.
Are working together to equip some of the parents who brought their kids here to have fun to make sure that they have the tools they need to be able to speak up for their kids in schools, in community systems, and health and human service systems as well.
About $500,000 in grants were given to different children's agencies in the region. Still to come on News 4 at 6 o'clock, two killers still on the run after breaking out of prison. Why more prison employees may be involved in their escape. And we're learning more about the man charged with killing 9 people at a Charleston church. See the images and manifesto he posted online coming up next.
You're watching News 4, watching out for you.
New details surfacing tonight in the New York prison escape. We've learned a corrections officer is now on administrative leave as part of the investigation. You might remember convicted killers Richard Matt and David Sweat broke out of a maximum security prison 2 weeks ago. Right now, authorities are not releasing the officer's name or saying why he was put on leave. In the meantime, authorities are still looking for the escapees. The search has reached all the way to the Canadian and Mexican borders. The U.S. Marshals added the men to the list of the 15 most wanted fugitives in the country. A $50,000 reward is now being offered for information leading to their capture. New images have emerged of Dylan Roof, the young man charged with 9 counts of murder in the Charleston, South Carolina church shooting. The pictures show him holding a Confederate flag and are paired with a 2,000-word document believed to be his manifesto. That's as families continue to mourn the 9 people killed at the historically black church Wednesday night. Presidential candidate Hillary Clinton was in Charleston just hours before that shooting, and today she shared her condolences.
As a mother, a grandmother, just as a fellow human being, my heart is bursting for them, for these victims and their families, for a wounded community and a wounded church.
Roof currently sits in jail on suicide watch. He's being held on a $1 million bond for a weapons charge. No bond has been set on his 9 murder charges. And if it is too good to be true, well, it probably is. News 4 Investigates uncovered a phony coupon that could rip you off this Father's Day weekend.
So what about that weather for the rest of this holiday weekend? I know you dads might want to get outdoors tomorrow, but we do have thunderstorms in the forecast. I'll do my best to break down the timing and also the severe weather threat coming up for you after the break.
You're watching News 4, watching out for you.
If you're looking for a last-minute Father's Day gift, sorry, we can't help you with that, but we can tell you one thing you should avoid. News 4 Investigates Chris Nagus exposes an online ripoff you probably have encountered.
What to get for dear old dad? There's plenty of last-minute ideas floating around online, including a Facebook post that's being shared over and over again.
All I can do is really prepare and play my best ball.
All right, to golf, the U.S. Open enters round 3 today with an increasingly familiar name near the top of the leaderboard. More and more, we need to remember Jordan Spieth. Right now, he is tied at the top of the leaderboard. It's very, very cool to see an American golfer do so well so young.
Sounds good. Right. Well, thank you, Brian. Thank you for joining us on News 4 at 6. We'll see you tonight for News 4 at 10 o'clock.